Hey everybody, this is Mr. Rob. We're going to talk about the principles of art. You should have a good understanding right now of what the elements of art are, and that they're the building blocks or the ingredients for making art. The principles of art are the way which artists use the seven elements of art to create certain effects in an artwork. There's 8 principles of art and design that we'll study: unity, balance, contrast, pattern, rhythm, movement, proportion, and emphasis. It's important to remember that the principles of art and design are not an objective set of rules clearly defined. They're more of a guideline for interpretation. Uh, Usually with the elements of art, it's very objective, like when we talk about space, there's foreground, middle ground, background, positive and negative space, the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. There's not a lot of room for interpretation there, unlike the principles. Oftentimes, uh, principles of art will be very difficult to objectively define, but you'll know it when you see it. Kind of like when you spot a tall person. There's no cutoff line like, say, 190 centimeters where you must be that tall to be considered a tall person. But in a crowd of people, you can spot a tall person and say, ah, yes, that's a tall person. I recognize that. So that's a little bit like how we'll observe and recognize the principles of art and design. The first principle that we will talk about is unity. We'll define this as harmony of the whole composition. Each part of the artwork works together to form a sense of completeness. I have this portrait of George Washington over on the right because it's incomplete, lacks unity. Um, the most famous artworks you're aware of have a good sense of unity to tie the entire work together harmoniously. Starry Night by Van Gogh on the top right is a good example of demonstrating strong unity. Cut with the Kitchen Knife by Hope is a good example of art that lacks unity. This is seen in the way the artist intentionally fragmented the work. See how everything on the montage on the photo montage on the bottom right just kind of like doesn't fit together harmoniously. It's kind of like uncomfortable to look at a little bit. So this is a good example of an artwork lacking unity.